In all-new Venom #7, writer Al Ewing dives deep into character dynamics that are as emotionally layered as they are surprising. At the center of it all is Mary Jane Watson, now bonded with the Venom symbiote, who finds herself placing her trust not in her current partner, Paul Rabin, but in an old friend, Flash Thompson. This issue doesn't just push the story forward. It questions Mary Jane's emotional loyalties and redefines her relationships in some truly uncomfortable ways. A trust triangle: Mary Jane, Flash, and the symbiote. The narrative kicks off with the last issue left off, with Flash Thompson, now anti-Venom, confronting Mary Jane in her own apartment. What's compelling about this moment isn't the confrontation itself, but the connection it reveals. Flash and Mary Jane have known each other for decades in the Spider-Man mythos, yet their individual stories rarely intersect meaningfully. That changes here. As the Venom symbiote recognizes and trusts its former host, Mary Jane, by extension, begins trusting Flash more deeply, possibly more than she trusts her own partner. Ewing masterfully plays into this tension. The issue shows the symbiote communicating directly with Flash, intentionally cutting Mary Jane out of the conversation. While it's a clever plot device, it raises unsettling questions. If the symbiote can keep secrets from Mary Jane, can she really call herself in control? Paul Rabin, the outsider in his own relationship. Mary Jane's growing bond with Flash is contrasted starkly with her eroding connection to Paul. Despite their domestic life and his role in turning her into a superhero via his tech, Paul is left completely out of the loop. In a staged fight between Mary Jane and Flash meant to create plausible deniability, Mary Jane deliberately chooses not to tell Paul it's fake, leaving him and Dylan Brock in legitimate distress as they witness it. This isn't just bad communication, it's a pattern. Mary Jane hid her Venom transformation from Paul entirely. Her actions make it clear she doesn't trust him in the way she trusts Flash. The deeper implication is that Paul, while decent, doesn't inspire the kind of unwavering reliability Mary Jane needs in moments of crisis. History repeats, but with a twist. What's fascinating, and perhaps a bit tragic, is how this dynamic echoes Mary Jane's old relationship with Peter Parker. For years, Peter kept secrets from Mary Jane in the name of protection, often isolating her from his world. Now, Mary Jane is putting Paul in the very position she once resented, and she's doing it for the same reasons: safety, necessity, and a belief that he just wouldn't understand. But while Peter had powers and experience to justify his lone wolf approach, Paul is just Paul. He's not a hero, and Mary Jane doesn't treat him like one. That's telling. Flash Thompson, more than just the ex-bully. Flash's return to prominence in this arc isn't just fan service, it's character development. As anti-Venom, he brings both power and empathy to the table, and his understanding of the symbiote makes him uniquely suited to help Mary Jane through this transition. Their shared history, from high school days to superhero struggles, gives their alliance a grounded emotional core that Paul simply can't match. Final thoughts. What's next for Mary Jane's relationships? Ewing is clearly aware of how divided fans are over Paul and Mary Jane's relationship. In all-new Venom #7, he uses that tension to enrich the narrative. Mary Jane's decisions, while questionable, are consistent with a character who's been let down in the past and is now taking agency, even if it means creating emotional distance. Whether her partnership with Flash deepens into something more remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: Mary Jane trusts Flash because she knows what he's capable of and what he's not. And in the world of symbiotes, secrets, and survival, trust might be the most powerful weapon of all.